decorate with me. Woo! So I have a really special tutorial for you guys today, but before I get attacked and before I cause another controversy between parents and moms attacking me or 13-year-olds telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, this tutorial is for the younger teen girls. And the only reason that I'm doing it is because one of my subscribers asked me to help because she's 13 and doesn't know anything about makeup and wanted a age-appropriate makeup tutorial, which to me says a lot about this young girl. It says, I'm 13, I realize I'm not gonna put on 10 pounds of makeup like you do, but can you please help me do a look that is good for my age? So for me, I was honored to get that request. Now, before you guys say, at 13, I didn't use makeup, you know, I'm a mom of a 13-year-old, I would never let her use makeup. I understand all of that because I wasn't a teen too long ago and my parents didn't let me use makeup. Not because they didn't want me to use makeup, but because I really wasn't interested. I didn't start using makeup until I was 15. It was around my quinceañera, so probably around 15. And my mom was really open-minded. She was like, oh, you wanna learn how to use that? Here, I'll teach you. You wanna learn how to use that? I'll teach you. So my mom was really cool. She wasn't one of those moms that was like, no, 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 you're not going to use makeup. So it's really important. I don't wanna give parenting advice because I hate when I get parenting advice, but as a young mom, I think it's really important to change with the time, because if we get really stuck in our old, antiquated or old-fashioned ways or the ways that we were raised, we're gonna kind of lose that connection with our own children. So I don't agree with how much time has changed from when I was little. I remember playing outside on my bicycle and in dirt and climbing trees, and now everyone has their face in a monitor. So I don't agree with how time has changed, but I do agree with changing with it so that we don't get left behind, especially as parents. So now that, you know, cosmetics are geared towards younger girls and they're showing interest in enhancing their beauty, and I have the platform to help, I feel that if I can help a 13-year-old achieve a natural, affordable, non-hooker makeup look, then I am all for helping. So please do not burn me at the stake, okay? I'm not trying to do anything controversial. I'm just trying to help out my subby. So I designed a tutorial that is age appropriate for a young teen girl, but this is also a tutorial for moms on the go, for someone that doesn't really like makeup, that just wants to look touched up, someone that likes that really, 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 really natural look, or that really likes affordable drugstore products. So this tutorial is designed to be quick, easy, fast, affordable, and I guess readily available. These products are pretty much available at all drugstores and big box stores. And you could use coupons on them. Anyways, if you want to see how I got this really, really simple, young, age-appropriate look, please keep watching. So right now I have a naked face. I am actually just wearing my moisturizer, and I did put a little bit of a salmon color concealer because you guys know I have that severe critical condition, panda eye disease. So I wanted to look as 13-year-old as possible, and that's the only thing that I applied to cheat. Let's get started with the face. When I was growing up and I started makeup, I only did pressed powder. I remember my first pressed powder was in that round green compact from Covergirl, and it was the oil control version, which I've never been oily, but I guess that's where it all began. So what I have is a couple options. If you are a more adventurous 13-year-old, you could try a BB cream, and probably my best suggestion, because at 13 you're still doing physical education, you're still outdoors, you're probably walking to school, I would recommend the Revlon Photoready BB cream. It is, I think, maybe $8 or $9, but it does provide really good coverage. Not that you need it. And the best part is it has 30 SPF or sun protection, which is a huge plus. You want to start fighting against those wrinkles at a young age. So this is if you have a parent, or if you want a more complicated makeup routine, but like I said, when I was growing up, my very first foundation or face product was just a pressed powder. So a really good pressed powder for a young 13-year-old would be probably the Maybelline Dream Matte, or any of the products from Covergirl are really sheer cover and they're very gentle on the skin. So I'm just going to take my Maybelline Dream Matte, and with the sponge that comes in it, or the little poof, this is a little powder poof, I'm just going to concentrate on my forehead, down my nose, a little bit on the sides of my nose, and then on my chin. I'm not going to put it all over my face. You do not need to do this at your age. Do not overdo it, girls. You want to look natural and beautiful. And if you guys can tell, I'm not rubbing it in my face because I don't want to clog my pores. I'm patting it onto the surface of my skin. That's all I did. Another tip that I want to share with you guys, at this age, you may have just started plucking your eyebrows, or I don't know if you don't. I've always had these eyebrows. These are not plucked eyebrows, these are just my eyebrows. I didn't start drawing my eyebrows until I was in high school, and trust me, it was a joke. They were terrible. But a good tip, take a Q-tip, wet it, and then clean your eyebrows in case you got any powder on them. That way they look bold without having to add any product. Because when you apply powder over them, they will start to look a little ashy or powdery. So if you clean them up, it brings back that natural hair color that you have in your brows. That I forgot to share with you guys is, if you have a problem with blemishes or you feel a little bit insecure about certain spots, I know that at that age is when you start to get those like random monthly breakouts. And a good concealer, an affordable concealer, is the L'Oreal True Match. It's like a big chubby crayon and it comes in several different colors. And this is good for just spot concealing. If you notice, like, oh my god, I woke up this morning and I have a giant zit on my face, it's good for just covering that tiny little spot. I have several breakouts on my chin right now, and so I'm just going to take a little bit and apply that to the areas of my face where I feel a little self-conscious or uncomfortable, and then taking your ring finger, just softly blend it out. And the reason I applied it after my powder is I want it to stick to the powder and I want it to get a little bit more full coverage. If I had applied it to my face first and then the powder, I couldn't have used this applicator to apply it because this is a fabric applicator and the concealer is wet. It's a moisture product. So it'll just create bacteria on this sponge and then you'll just get more breakouts. So although it is contradictory to apply a dry product and then a wet product, in this case, when you're just applying a tiny bit of powder, it's okay to do. It won't look cakey. If you guys can see, my chin doesn't look cakey or terrible. Okay, after we do our face, clean up our eyebrows, and conceal any blemishes that we have, you could do a blush. I didn't know about blush. I never used blush. In fact, I only used bronzer until probably until I got married. I didn't use blush. I was too scared to use blush. I didn't want to be one of those people that didn't know how to apply blush and looked like a clown. So I didn't use blush until I was like 24, believe it or not. I just use a bronzer to kind of give my face some definition, but you're too young for that. So go ahead and take a light pink, a light pale baby pink, and apply that to the apples of your cheek with a fluffy blush. 2 product recommendations for you would be Pearlescent Pink by Wet n Wild, but this is a little bit pigmented, so if you have a heavy hand, you can end up looking like you put on too much. And another recommendation is the NYX Blush in Angel, and this is just the most gentle, soft, pale pink that just gives you that perfect right amount of rosiness. I don't know what's going on with my lighting, you guys. I really hope you guys can see what I'm trying to show you. Today, it's like a rainy, super dark, super gloomy day here in Dallas, and there's just no light. I have absolutely no light except those little crappy lights that I ordered to help my video quality. But usually I depend on natural light. That's where I get most of my light from, and today is just not one of those days. So sorry, Mother Nature is not cooperating. Okay, so we did our face, we did a little bit of concealing, we cleaned up our eyebrows, we applied some blush just to the apples of our cheek. Remember, you want to use a really light pale pink. Now the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a waterproof brown eyeliner. At 13, I don't think you should use any eyeliner, but I do know what it's like. Papi, no grites, mi amor. No grites, bebé. I do know what it's like to have very little eyelashes. You guys know, I have hair in places that a girl does not want to have hair. Like my arms, when I was picked on a lot in school, they would call me tarantula arms. And so I have hair, I have a lot of hair on my arms, but I have no eyebrows and no eyelashes. So I do know what that's like, and I could tell you put on a couple coats of mascara, but if you don't have a lot of eyelashes, it's really not gonna make that big of a difference. So if you have cool parents or guardians that let you wear eyeliner, reach for a brown eyeliner rather than a black eyeliner. It will give you the depth or the appearance of more lashes without being harsh like a black liner. And the reason you want a waterproof is so that it lasts all day. So just take a brown liner and apply that to your upper lash line or the rim, the top rim of your eyelashes or your eyelid. So go ahead and apply that brown liner. Then what you're going to do is curl your lashes. And when you curl your lashes, you want to be really careful because eyelashes take, I don't remember where I read something like if you rip out one eyelash, it takes like a year to grow back. So treat your eyelashes really carefully and curl them with an eyelash curler. Be very gentle. I have heard the e.l.f. eyelash curler, it's $1 at Target, is really good. So maybe if you don't have one, that might be something that you can go out and get. Curling your eyelashes really makes a huge difference in the way your eyes look or your eyelashes turn out after you apply mascara. After you've curled your lashes, you want to apply maybe 1 or 2 coats of your favorite mascara. Remember that you don't want to apply a really volumizing mascara, a mascara that's going to make your eyelashes thick. You want a mascara that will make your eyelashes long. You want your eyelashes to look like an accessory on your face. You don't want people to look at your eyelashes, you want them to look at you. So you're basically just wanting a mascara that will make your lashes look like your lashes but better. And that's basically the theme of this whole tutorial. Your skin but better, your cheeks but better, your brows but better type of concept. This is a volumizing mascara. It's the Clump Crusher by Covergirl. But if you just use 1 or 2 coats, it doesn't build that much volume where it will distract from your natural beauty. So I just went ahead and put 1 coat on my top lashes and 1 coat on my bottom lashes. I wouldn't even suggest doing your bottom because you probably don't need to. But, I mean, if you already have your mascara, I might as well give you that extra little touch. And the very last thing for this look is a lip balm, a really cute lip balm, something that makes your lips hydrated, provides sun protection, and gives you just a little bit of tint or a little bit of color so that you don't look so pale. And my special purchase just for this tutorial is actually a baby lips from Maybelline, and I don't even need to explain this to you guys. You probably know exactly what this is, and you have it in like every single flavor. I have no idea what flavor, scent, aroma, or anything this is. It's the hot pink one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my lips. And that is it for this tutorial for younger girls. I want to really repeat that I at 13 had no idea about makeup. I didn't know anything about makeup. I didn't use makeup, but I know times change and we kind of got to change with the times. So this special subscriber reached out to me and asked me to help out, and I thought, if I can clarify something, or I could teach you how to look age appropriate, I'd be more than happy to help. So again, let's go ahead and do like a little recap. There's the teacher in me. At this age, you guys want to embrace your natural beauty. You don't want to change anything, because makeup is like Pandora's box. Once you open it, you can't put it back in. Once you start using makeup, it's really hard not to use makeup. You start to feel more confident with it and more insecure without it. And that's not the point of makeup. Makeup is a tool to enhance what you already have and to make it just a little bit more special. But never forget that what you have is already beautiful. Makeup is just a tool to enhance what you already have. Remember that, okay? So a quick recap. If you want, you could use a BB cream like the Revlon Photoready. This is a little bit pricey, I think, for 13-year-old makeup, but it does have 30 SPF or sun protection, which is good, especially if you're an outdoorsy kind of girl. But what I used when I started using makeup, which was like 15 or 16, was just a pressed powder. And my pressed powder of choice is the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder. It keeps you matte and it doesn't make you look cakey or powdery. If you excuse me, I'm choking. If you struggle with blemishes, you want to have a really good thick concealer on hand to cover just certain spots. Do not start putting concealer in your under eye. Do not start concealing redness or any of that, because you don't have any right now, okay? Just focus on spot blemishing. Like I have a couple on my chin. I just took a little bit and put it on my chin. The one that I used was the L'Oreal True Match Crayon. Again, all of these products are drugstore affordable and you could use coupons. Then for a blush, I did the NYX Blush in Angel, which is just a really pretty pale pink. For my eyes, I used the Jane Waterproof Eyeliner in Brown and the Covergirl Clump Crusher. And the last thing that I used on my lips was just a baby lips, which is going to provide me just a natural rosiness or a tint to my lips. It's going to keep them hydrated and it's going to keep that color on my face. So again, remember, at this age, embrace your beauty, because once you start to get to my age, which I still won't tell you, you start to notice other things like bags under your eyes, or you start getting little sleep, or when you go to high school or college, you're studying, that's when you start getting the dark circles or bigger breakouts. So right now at 13, embrace what you have, take advantage of your natural beauty, and be thankful that you don't have a long makeup routine to add to your mornings before school. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up or comment down below if you found it useful. And I think that's it, guys. Until next time, this coffee break is over.